Betrayal in plain sight. I walked into our kitchen and found my wife laughing over coffee with a man I hadn't seen in years, the same man who used to shove my face into lockers and call me names loud enough to echo down the halls. She introduced him as her new business partner, and I stood frozen, heart pounding, while she acted like nothing was out of the ordinary. That night, I lay awake, replaying the way his eyes lingered on her, how she smiled in a way I hadn't seen in months. My mind spun with old memories, mixing with the unease crawling up my spine. Meetings ran late. Dinners went cold. She grew distant, and he became a fixture in our lives, always working in our living room, always volunteering to help her with something she could do herself. Every time I tried to talk to her about it, she'd brush me off or pick a fight over something meaningless. One night, after another argument, I left the house just to get some air and saw their silhouettes tangled in our upstairs window. My own home turned into a stage for betrayal. The next day, I confronted her. She didn't deny it. She just stared at me, almost relieved that the secret was out, and told me it was more complicated than I'd ever understand. That's when he stepped in, smug and unbothered, and told me that some wounds never really heal. Turns out, their partnership was never about business, it was about payback. Years ago, I'd been part of a group that humiliated him at prom, a moment I tried to forget but never apologized for. He found her, seduced her with stories of how broken he was, and together they decided to make me feel the same shame and loneliness I once helped cause. I was left standing in the ruins of my marriage, unsure who I hated more, him for orchestrating this, or myself for planting the seed that led to my downfall. The worst part, as they left the house together, I realized I'd been collateral damage in a war I'd started and forgotten. Now, every memory feels tainted, every laugh a little too sharp, and I'm left wondering if I ever really knew the woman I married, or the man I used to be.